So, I'm not sure if I can recreate the exact words right now, but I will work on it. And I'm exhausted, honestly. Hopeful. It's just midnight, and it's just been one of those days. Thank God that Limu just came into my life because the things that I would have been going through right now without it. My story is so fresh. It's like real here now, I'm weeping. That's why I'm tired. Because I have so much to feel, so much to say. For one thing, I just found out today that this little bugger is moving out. So I'm going to miss him. And, there's a lot of things up in the air. I just lost my job or whatever, if that's what you can even call it. Was really more of a company that I built from the ground up. Always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and well, leaving out most of my story, I just want to say that earlier this year, a few months ago, God started pulling me more and more into my calling as a gospel singer. And I have had a lot of disruptions in my life as a result of that. It disrupted the career that I was building in the music business and advertising and medical marijuana, and I don't even know what all else we were doing. We were just like a solid hardcore team of serial entrepreneurs, dedicated to like one cause, making money so that we could reinvest in ourselves, mostly for the music. Trying to push it to the mainstream is kind of expensive, actually. Believe it or not, it's not as easy as you would think to just make it big because your music's awesome. You have to spend tens of thousands of dollars and multiple years to make it in the music industry. So that's what I was doing, and not for myself, for someone else. And God was like, yo, I blessed you with these words and this powerful heart and this amazing testimony for a reason, and it wasn't so you could sit around and help somebody else's music career. I need you to put your songs out there for to change hearts. My cell phone battery might die on this video. Anyway, so the reason I bring that up is because when I tell my Limu story, it's gonna be a song. Because right before I busted out with this camera right now and started telling you this little late night babble, I literally sang the perfect song to tell my Limu story. And it was, I think it started like this. I don't know if there was a melody. That's the part I totally forgot. Could always make that up later. But it was like, I said, no, I won't go down the road they told me to take. I couldn't take it one more day. What did it say about my soul right there? I don't know. Something about my soul, and then I saw my heart break. Stuff like that or whatever. I fell to my knees and began to weep and pray. And it was only one single day before God answered me. And He said, I have another way for you to make money and be healthy. Selling a plant from the sea. And I said, no, it can't be. It's too easy. There was probably something else, and that's my Limu story. Or something like that. Anyway, so yeah. That wasn't the whole thing in its entirety, but that's like most of it. Like, I would say somewhere between 60 and 80% of it. So, at least you can build it from there. But, yeah, basically just everything that I've always held dear, everything that is in my heart that has been there since birth, is alive again. This is the first time since I was about 5 years old, maybe, that I have believed that I am who I am, and I know who I am, and that I know what I was built for, and that I believe that it's possible. I'm 34. That means that for approximately 29 years till now, I had broken dreams because God made me. God made me specifically. He made everything about me. He made everything that my heart cries out for. And I just knew it all when I was little. I never questioned it. It was real. I was born that way. I never questioned that it was possible for me to change the world. The moment that my eyes opened to the pain and suffering that was around me. I was like 3, 4 years old. I saw violence, destruction, alcoholism, drug addiction, homelessness, death, sexual abuse. Nuclear war, and political corruption at that age. About 3, 4, 5, all through there. And it was no different than an adult would feel when you see a toilet that needs to be flushed or a trash that needs to be taken out. I recognized that there was a problem with the world, and I simply knew that I would do something about it. I completely 100% took it for granted that I had the power to change the world, to heal the world, to save the world. No doubt in my mind. That's who I am. That's what I was built for. That's why I was sent here to earth by my Father in heaven. And although I was raised without being taught any spirituality, and I remained atheist until 26 years old, if atheist is even the right word, I don't know. I dabbled in paganism and Satanism and earth religions and shamanism, and I studied Buddhism and Christianity and Muslim a little bit, and Catholicism and Judaism, and I don't know. I mean, I had an open mind, but my attitude was basically like, yeah, whatever, if there's a God, then, science better prove it to me, because science is what I believe to be real. So, of course, God found a way to use quantum physics and astrophysics and quantum mechanics and neuroscience and I don't know what all else, but there are many, many, many sciences which have proven God, and there are many people who were very professional and very well educated who went out on a mission to go and disprove God through their field of study, and were unable to, and ended up converting into believing in Jesus because he's real. I'm sorry, it's what it is. I know this because I have experienced the spiritual realm in a personal and up close way that is absolutely terrifying. Kind of like the horror movies that you guys think are so entertaining. That is more real than you think. So I would be careful, if I were you, about what you invite into your mind, heart, soul, and home. You are what you eat, and that goes for your mind as well. I highly recommend Dr. Caroline Leaf. You can go to her website, drleaf.com, and she is a PhD with over 30 years of field work and 100% success rate with all of her patients, helping people heal from traumatic brain injuries that disrupted their communication abilities, and she's able to learn by working with these people that the brain is regenerative, and we now know that there is a such thing as neuroplasticity, which she says neuro means brain, plastic means can change, and what that is that our brain not only can change but is changing actually billions of times per second with every thought that we think, and it is possible for us to use our mind to look at and analyze our thought that our brain is holding. Therefore, the brain and the mind are two separate things, and the mind supersedes the brain, and the mind controls the brain, and the mind controls the body. There was even a case of a man who was a college student, obviously had succeeded in life, in childhood, in high school, enough to make it into college. I think he was like second or third year. Car accident led to brain surgery, led to the discovery that he actually didn't have a brain. Technically speaking, physically, there wasn't one in his skull. It was liquid. Everybody has cranial fluid and gray matter and white matter, and I don't know what's up with this one case. I'm obviously going